Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the ramp type digital voltmeters. Okay, so here it is the block diagram of a ramp type digital voltmeter. Okay, and here in order to understand the operation of the ramp type digital voltmeter, here we have drawn the waveform. Okay, so let us first discuss the operating principle. Okay, so the operating principle of a ramp type digital voltmeter is to measure the time that a linear ramp takes to change the input level from that non-zero value to the ground level, okay, or vice versa. This time period is measured with an electronic time interval counter, and the count is displayed on the readout, okay, or the digital output, okay. So as this is the digital voltmeter, okay, so definitely this meter should give the output in terms of digits, okay, unlike the analog meters, okay. Here we will not be having the scale and the pointer arrangement, but here we will be having the output in terms of digits, okay. So let us discuss the block diagram. Here we are having the test DC input, okay, means whatever the unknown voltage or the voltage which we are interested in measuring, that voltage we are going to apply at this terminal, okay. So here unknown voltage will be applied, okay, and the here the readout, this block will give us the output in forms of digits, okay. It may be a 3 volt, right? If it is 3 volt, it will indicate like this, okay. It may be 5 volt, it may be 10 volt, etc, okay. So next, so we are having the various blocks. So first of all, input voltage is applied, unknown input voltage applied here. Next, ranging and attenuator block, okay. The ranging and attenuator block is, first of all, the if this block will attenuate, that is the reduce the magnitude of the input voltage, okay, to a particular range, okay. So this block is important one, okay. So this block first of all reduces the strength of the input signal or the input voltage, okay. After that, the output of the attenuator, okay, that is which is proportional to, right, the output of the attenuator, that will be proportional to the DC test input, okay, that will be appearing at this point, okay. Next, here we are having the input comparator, and similarly we are having the ground comparator, okay. Next, the input comparator compares the output of the attenuator and the ramp generator's output, okay, the ramp generator output. Here the input comparator compares these two values, okay. If these two values will be same, at that time it will generate the output such that, yes, it will give the active start pulse high or the active high start pulse signal, okay. Means when these two inputs, when these two values, that is the ramp generator magnitude and the attenuator output, these two will be same, at that time the start pulse will be generated. And once the start pulse signal is generated, here we are having the gate pulse gates, here we are having the logic gate, okay. So this logic gate will be enabled, and whatever the oscillator is here, the function of the oscillator is to produce the pulses, okay. So when the start pulse is activated, at that time it will activate the gate, okay. And whatever the oscillator pulses are there, these pulses will be passed from oscillator towards the counter through this gate, okay. So here point to be noted, when the start pulse is there, okay. So when start pulse, okay, at that time what is happening, the oscillator pulses will be passed to counter, okay, right. So next, here we are having the second comparator, that is the ground comparator, okay. It compares the two values, that is the ramp generator output and the ground is nothing but the 0 volt, okay. So if these two will be same, at that time this ground comparator will be active and it will generate the pulse, stop pulse, okay. So when the stop pulse is generated, here this gate will block the passing of these pulses from oscillator towards the counter, okay. So importantly here, during for the stop pulse signal, right, when the top stop pulse is there, at that time oscillator pulses will not be passed or will be blocked, right? Oscillator pulses will be blocked or these pulses will not be passed from oscillator towards the counter. Okay, so here point to be noted, the pulses, right, oscillator pulses will be passing from oscillator towards the counter through the gate only during the start pulse, okay, and the activation of the stop pulse. Okay, between this interval only it will be passing. Okay, and here we are having the counter. Okay, this counter will count the number of pulses. Okay, and it will give the output in terms of the digital output. Okay, so now in order to understand it, let us consider here this dotted one is indicates the voltage to be measured. Okay, so suppose here we are having the voltage to be measured which is having a constant value, that is the DC voltage we are having. Okay, and this voltage now we don't know the value of this voltage. Okay, and we are interested that, or we expect that this voltmeter, right, ramp type digital voltmeter should give the output, should give the magnitude of this voltage. Okay, so here we are having the magnitude of the voltage to be measured. Okay, next here we are having the ramp signal. Okay, right, so suppose the ramp signal is giving the output as 12 volt. Okay, and at this instant, yes, we have started the ramp generator output. Okay, so here the ramp generator output, it may be in the decrease negative slope or it may be of positive slope, but in this case we have considered it as a negative slope. Okay, negative slope. Next, so this voltage we are interested in measuring. Okay, suppose at this instant, suppose at t is equal to t1. Okay, we have activated the ramp generator. Okay, so due to that, what will happen, this ramp generator is generating the ramp signal. Okay, ramp, this decreasing signal, it is a linear and it is the ramp signal only. Okay, so this ramp generator is generating this signal. Okay, so now if you check, once the ramp signal output is at 12 volt. Okay, so it is like ramp signal magnitude is greater than that of the, yes, unknown voltage magnitude. Okay, so here we are having the comparator, input comparator, it is comparing the unknown voltage, okay, magnitude and the ramp generator. Okay, so at t is equal to t1, these two are different. Okay, so that's why the output of the input comparator will be 0 only. Okay, so it will not generate the start pulse. Okay, similarly if you check at t is equal to t1, right, the ramp signal magnitude is 12 volt. Okay, it is non-zero, so therefore the output of the ground comparator also, it will be 0. Okay, means neither the start pulse nor the stop pulse will be activated. Okay, so that's why the circuit will be at the rest position only, pulses will not pass from oscillator towards the counter. Okay, next, as the ramp signal is activated, so here ramp generator is giving the output like this. Okay, so here we are having the first occurrence or the first coincidence. Okay, so suppose this time is t2, so at t is equal to t2, what is happening, the ramp signal output is equal to the unknown voltage. Okay, or the input voltage. Okay, so here at t is equal to t2, the ramp signal, right, and the output of the attenuator, these two are same now, so due to that, what will happen, this comparator will give the output as a start pulse, right, that is the output high. Okay, so at this instant actually the start pulse signal is generated. Okay, so after this instant what will happen, yes, after this instant what will happen, this gate, we are having logic gate block, this block will pass the oscillator pulses towards the counter and this counter go on counting the pulses. Okay, next, after that again we are having the continuous ramp, that is the decreasing signal. Okay, so if you check at this instant, this is the second coincidence, let us consider it as a t3. Okay, at t3 what is happening, yes, ramp signal output is 0. Okay, and here it is 0, so here it is also 0. Okay, so what will happen, here 0 and here it is also 0, so this ground comparator will compare these two values, as these two values are same, so it will develop the stop pulse. Okay, once the stop pulse signal is generated, this gate block will block the oscillator pulses, right, and it will not allow the oscillator pulses to pass from oscillator towards the counter. Okay, so if you check, only during t2 to t3, okay, we will be having the start pulse is activated, and the and the pulses will be passing from oscillator towards the counter only during T2 to T3. Okay, and these pulses we are counting with the help of counter, and it will be shown on the output, right, on the output with the help of digit driver circuit. Okay, so now suppose if we decrease the magnitude, if we decrease the magnitude of the unknown voltage, then what will happen? This T2, this interval, whether it will increase or decrease. If we decrease the unknown voltage value, then what will happen? The pulses will be passing only during this interval. Okay, so the interval corresponding to which the pulses will be passing from oscillator towards the counter, that interval is decreasing. Okay, so here point to be noted. So this interval as well as the number of pulses which are passing from oscillator towards the counter, these pulses will depend on, yes, will be proportional to the magnitude of the voltage to be measured or the unknown voltage. Are you getting the point? Okay, so this is the simple operation which is used in the ramp type digital voltmeter, right? Ramp type digital voltmeter. Are you getting the point? Yes. Okay, thank you.